Hey everyone, well, we're back here. The streamer had to quickly reset some other settings real quick, but hey, we are back online. We are coming back with you with another CCA match here tonight. We're going to be having Division 1 teams showcased here shortly. These two teams are going to be PSU Blue from Penn State University, who currently has a season record of 2-0, against GMU Patriots from George Mason University from season with a seasonal record of 2-0 as well here. My name is Neptune, and I'm not alone in this charade.
Hello. Hey, CCA. I'm Golworth the Bladewing on the mic for the first time, and I'm excited to bring you this match between two undefeated teams in Division 1. George Mason, an impressive 11th place during Entrance Exam 3, and PSU Blue, of course, the Season 4 Division 1 champions. So looking forward to a great match here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Want to quickly review some of these keys to victories written down here. PSU's keys to victories here are team fights, skirmish and speed, and enjoy the experience. Really straightforward here. And what better way to mirror that with GMU Patriots' keys to victory, which are fight together, play fast, and having fun here. Golreth, what are your opinions on some of these keys to victories here?
I gotta say, the first thing I noticed was the similarities between all three of them. And, sometimes it just really boils down to the simple things that apply across all of whatever it is, whether it's an athletic sport or Splatoon. Just the fundamental things are what make the difference.
Oh yeah, for sure. Fundamentals are going to be really, really strong here, right? And going into this, actually, this is going to be quite an interesting thing I want to bring up here from GMU Patriots side here. They have went to Game 7 2 times already this season, right? Those last two league matches, they went to Game 7. So I'm curious to see if they're going to keep the streak up and pull out a win here and go for 3 once again here, or is it going to be PSU Blue that's going to be coming out here on top as we get into the game here on Manta Maria with Rainmaker here. Let's see these comps here, Golreth.
It looks like a Nautilus being the backliner, and Custom Explosher on Rainmaker. Very interesting choices that I don't see a lot of in my competitive matches, but fun to see how various comps can work in the current state of Splatoon. I love to see how varied things can get. Great.
Oh yeah, for sure. Things are going to be quite interesting here with the comp from PSU Blue here. Already taking quite a bit of mid control right here. You got that paint from the Expo, paint from the shot. A lot of paint already in mid here. And right now, Nexalation going to drop right down into mid here to try and get some more picks, but going to get shut down by J Money with the Splat Bomb right here. It's been a bloodbath here in mid, Golreth, and that Rainmaker is ripe for the taking.
Yeah, and Penn State has taken good control of mid, and they pick up the Rainmaker. They're looking to push it, but they're stopped. Only 20 points in. Didn't get the checkpoint on the first push, and now they're 2 dead, 3 dead. The wipeout for George Mason will allow them to retake and likely push to this first checkpoint.
Yeah, definitely. The first checkpoint going down here is a little rough here, not going to lie right now, because this is generally where the steamroll starts to come into play right now. It's quite a clean shot going all the way down to the pit right here, as Manta Maria is one of those areas where you're going to quickly do it, but no, the Rainmaker's going to be stopped.
Stopped just short of the drop, but George Mason, still has advantage in terms of players.
Oh yeah, for
Penn
sure.
State doing a good job of retaking right now.
Yeah,
good
definitely.
Defensive stop for Penn State, keeping them in the match in the early stages here.
Oh yeah, for sure. All those things you said above, especially the defense here, is definitely what they're going to need here. 30 points is definitely a beatable push here. There's 3 minutes on the clock here, and all PSU Blue's got to do is slowly push up, find those picks, get those players down, and get to this checkpoint here, which Vapor's going to clear quickly by trading their life away.
Just barely got it before the splat. And yeah, 30 points is achievable, but it's not easy either. It'll be fun to see if Penn State can get the offense rolling in the last 3 minutes of this set.
Wait, Nova is sharking in mid here.
Yeah, Nova's been sitting there for almost 10 seconds.
Okay, wait, let's see if the shark pick could happen here.
Loses the fight. Unfortunate for Penn State, but they do have control of mid and looking to maybe push it on the right side here.
Yeah, they are going to push it on the right side here. Jay is going to be on that Inkbrow, running it through here. They might be able to quickly swap lead here, but unfortunately going to get picked down by the Zuka here. And Snow is going to be left out here to dry on the street of Manta Maria now. And right now, this is looking pretty favorable for PSU Blue right now, being able to just sit in mid, prepare what they need to have, ready to move the Rainmaker here. Vapor is sitting on this ledge here, biding their time.
Does he get it?
He does indeed
Great
get
shark
it here.
from Vapor.
Yeah, that was an insane. A sharking expo is not something you see every single day, but Vapor is here to deliver here. But yeah, definitely. The Rainmaker's going to pick up once again here. They're just going to need these picks, need to slowly move it around, rotating to the right side, noticing a lot of pressures going through the other side here, and they're just going to be able to pull lead with all of the members.
Is anyone back?
Wait, no one's back yet?
No, Vapor's able to dunk it. With the breakaway, takes game 1.
Oh my goodness, there go, right? Did you see what I saw in those last 30 seconds there and how beautiful it was going from that first checkpoint area all the way to that second checkpoint there?
I mean, they even had me distracted. I was busy watching a fight on that bunker. That was just, it was a long fight and neither player died. Meanwhile, Vapor took the Rainmaker and snuck by everyone for the win.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. We're going to be going through some of these replays here, and we're going to be seeing how both these teams are able to clear checkpoint relatively fast and early into the games right here. You know, getting those checkpoints down so the points are able to just flourish through right here, and just seeing these multiple attempts just to be able to get through here and just being stopped by GMU Patriots Golrath. It is quite a fascinating sight here, indeed.
Fun to watch. Great plays so far, and we've seen the wipeouts and everything in between, and we're only through game 1.
Yeah, I know, right? But that was such a beautiful Rainmaker breakaway right there, because GMU Patriots was locking down on the choke area on the left-hand side right there, making sure that Rainmaker would not be able to go through there. Well, turns out PSU Blue knew that already. They knew they wouldn't be able to break through there as easily, so instead they just broke to the right, realizing, hey, wait, everyone's on the top left there. Let's rotate right here and punish them along the way, and we're going to be able to not only pull lead, but knock it out and end the game right there, giving PSU Blue the advantage already in this set 1-0.
Are up 1-0, but we are now heading to game 2. Clam Blitz on Robo Ramen. Both teams' weakest mode is Clam Blitz. So maybe it'll balance out for each team. Expecting another great game here.
Yeah, according to our stats, lovely stats folks at the CCA here, apparently Clam Blitz are their weakest modes for both these teams here. So I'm curious to see how both these teams are going to be able to pull it out here. You know, we have Nikki here on the Kraken here. You got, it's kind of like peanut butter and jelly to have a Kraken on Clam Blitz at this point right here. But right now, we are just going to be seeing this fight in mid right here and see how this goes already.
I do love to see the Kraken clams. The Clam Blitz Kraken is... It's a fun strat to pull off. It's annoying to fight against, and we'll see how Georgia Mason is able to deal with that.
Yeah,
a lot of kills right off the bat. 6 total dead for a couple seconds there.
Yeah, definitely. That was quite the bloodbath there, trading 3 members both sides here and just kind of leaving most of the back lines out here, trying to figure out, get those jumps in before things can go in here. Next is going to try and rush down J Money over here on the corner of this map here, but is going to be able to escape really quick here and be able to just rotate right back into mid here. But no, it's going to be the Snipe Rider going to be putting a lot of pressure on them, preventing them from moving up here.
Yeah, and he's still in a tricky spot. Hasn't really been moving forward, but slow and steady as... Oh, and that bomb ends it. He was under pressure for a long time there. Just couldn't really move forward, couldn't find a fight to take, and eventually died to a sub, a well-placed sub.
Definitely. We have Kira going on the flank here, going to be shut down by Snow here. Unfortunately, J Money does go down here, and it's going to be a little bit of a respawn time here, but Vapor doesn't mind the respawn time if they're going to be able to hold that for quite a bit of time. But Kira on this hammer here.
2 on the stamp.
Yeah, they are going to get 2 on the stamp over here, and but wait, PSU
that's a huge score. Yeah. That might be the most defensive score I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's actually a really good one.
Getting a score to make sure that George Mason can't take advantage of their 3-up numbers advantage.
Oh yeah, 100% for sure. You know, being able to score the power clam there in that Hyman moment right there, just completely threw George Mason completely off guard there, and they are just had to look completely at the opposite way here as PSU Blue has managed to just pick up mid here, get these picks, push up slowly, and Snow is looking for an opportunity to go in here, Galred.
Yep, up the crates onto the, looking to get behind the George Mason team. Got a lot of attention drawn. That'll open up mid for his teammates to take.
Oh
Take more
yeah.
space and maybe get an offensive push out of this.
Oh yeah, for sure here. Jay is gonna be popping the Zuga here, not quite able to find anyone right here, and GMU is gonna be able to move up here relatively easily here, trading out both the Gal from the and the Slosher as well right now. You know, it's been 2 minutes on the block here, and currently both these teams have been mostly at a stalemate here, except for Snow, who managed to sneak in that power clam right here. Galred, I think this game's not gonna be going anywhere anytime soon from mid.
I don't think so either, but I did just watch J Money pull off a very cool shark. That was fun to watch on the right side of mid. But we are, once again, at a stalemate. George Mason retakes mid with a triple ink strike. But neither team has many clams, only one power clam on each side. And we continue fighting and fighting over the control of the middle.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100% here. You gotta look at the East battles right here in mid here as 2 go down from PSU Blue right now, and this is GMU's time to push in here. You know, getting 3 down here. Vapor's gonna do everything in their power to stop them. They get 2 down here, and the splash out gets popped here, completely shutting down any momentum GMU had there, trying to get through into the clam basket.
Yeah, really well-timed splash down there. Another great defensive use of that special, and I really feel like that was necessary to stop George Mason from scoring there. But George Mason is up 2 players once again, but Penn State has a lot of turf here, so once again, we're at a stalemate.
Yeah, this seems to, and the worst thing is having a Kraken on the enemy team and having the stalemate here is going to be quite the ticking time bomb, because the second that Kraken gets popped and the jump happens, that can end the game really quickly once the power clam is scored during overtime real quick here. But no, 2 are going to go down from PSU Blue here. It's going to be Vapor once again here on defense, along with Nikki on the 96 Gal, and they're going to be looking for ways to be able to go through here. Yufa popping that Zuka, not going to be able to find anyone right here, slowly biding their time here. GMU wants a good push here, but no, not going to be able to do it as 2 members go down here.
2 and 2. Oh, that Kraken will seal the deal for the Penn State defense. They're not letting a power clam through there. Unless Kira's able to sneak in. No, caught in time. There's 15 seconds left. George Mason still down a power clam. Might we have a 1-score game in game 2?
Yeah, definitely. We might be having this right now here. PSU Blue just needs to sit here in mid here and just make it as long as possible to be able to do it here. But 2 going down here is not what you want to be doing here if you're trying to play defense. And right now, this is going to be a repeat from last time here as the multiple specials are popped here, and they're going to be looking for ways to go through here. That splashdown gets popped right here.
Splashdown got 3, and they took out the last. And the jump is punished as well. That should just about do it for PSU Blue. They are up 2 games to none.
Oh my gosh, that was quite the Clam Blitz game there, Galred, but what could I say?
Yeah, we were in mid for a long time, got only 1 score. It was enough to win that one for PSU Blue. And several impressive defensive stands from them to keep that 1 power clam lead.
Yeah, it's quite interesting too, because PSU Blue, if you don't even already know, Galred, is not running a cooler weapon at all. So like, it's a very adaptive and controllable playstyle that they're able to play right here. Vapor being able to take fights when multiple members are down and slow them down at points in which they are not going to be able to score was critical for PSU Blue to be able to hold that defense there. And that paid off in dividends here, because that initial push from Snow there, getting the 1 power clam in there, managed to just win the game outright and put EMU on the back foot there, and being unable to find any way in besides that.
I mean, yeah, that was the game-winning goal, because it was the only score of the match. And I will say, I think George Mason did a good job of containing the Kraken play. Not once did Penn State managed to get their Kraken out, run it to the Clam Blitz mound, and jump power clams into the basket.
Oh yeah, 100%. You know, having the Kraken there for just not only how do I say being able to score power clams, but also on defense there was pretty critical, and you were able to just get quite a number of kills there. But hey, we're going to be going to game number 3 on Splatzone's Mahi Mahi Resort. Quite a fan favorite. It is very wide open,
Oh
not
yes.
too much cover here, but let's see how these teams are going to be able to adapt to the environment of this stage.
And not my personal favorite to move around on, but my teammates and many others love this map for splat zones. Rolling out, looks like both teams deciding to spread out along the sides, and Penn State takes the control of the zone first.
Oh yeah, 100% here. You know, the PSU having that Explo being able to put down so much paint here, get multiple 3 go down from not PSU Blue, from GMU Patriots, and they're on the back foot here. This is not what you want to have off the start here from GMU Patriots, especially when Vapor is underneath the ledge here, flinging these Explo shots here. Jay is going to be throwing that wave breaker down. Nikki pops the Kraken here. Everything in the kitchen sink's going to be tossed towards that player on the top area right there, and it's going to shut down.
That's another triple kill for PSU.
Oh yeah, the triple kill there, delicious, right? This is exactly what you're looking for if you're a PSU here, just to be playing control, playing the lockout game, and seeing how quickly you can just run away with this flat zone. Because the longer it goes on, the worse it's going to be, and the harder it's going to be to do the back and forth.
And we're already down to 10 ticks left. George Mason's going to have to make a desperate push. That tri-strike will help. Can they take the zone? Yes, they can. Huge penalty applied to PSU, and George Mason stays alive in game 3.
100% right here. You know, it's going to be, I think, the Sniper Rider as well, cleaning up the fight on the right-hand side here as GMU is looking for a way to slowly push up. Jay is unfortunately going to drown into the water right there, being forced with no
You saw that.
Oh, man.
4K.
Yep, caught in 4K there in the water right there. You know, we have these hyper cameras here to see that in all its lovely glory here. But hey, I just want to talk about this zone.
PSU, can they retake? Yes.
Yes, indeed. The zone is going to be E-flipped in PSU's favor here, and they're going to be looking for opportunities to go on the right-hand side here, punish Yufa on that shot real quick here, and look for an opportunity to just trade out as well and prevent them from moving forward here, Colred.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right about what you said earlier, that if PSU can get control of the whole of mid, it's going to be very, very hard for George Mason to push back through because of that Explosher that can really lob those very threatening 2-hit kill shots into their spawn area.
Oh yeah, 100%. Expo is the bread and butter of PSU's comp right now, and that is often dividend, especially on a mode that is spot zones. You know, being able to have all that paint just to be applied not only on the zone but also on other areas of the maps here, especially from underneath these ledges as well as on the top of them. Right, you are going to be able to put quite a lot of pressure here. But hey, it's going to be Nikki and Snow on that platform. They're going to be cleaning up someone else on the platform there, but not going to be able to get cut out there.
But once again, PSU seems to have full control of mid right now. And so it's going to be very difficult for George Mason to push back in. They're going for it now, following their special. They find 2 picks and are able to retake the zone.
Wait.
The double kill on the Kraken.
That was a great double kill from Nikki right there. You know, Kraken often seen as a clan blitz niche is being showcased in a unique way here, being able to get these picks as well as retreat here and just regroup quickly with your teammates here, just be able to push them out again. And now the zone's once again in PSU's control right now.
It sure is, and we've seen several times already in this game the classic splat zones. It takes a special to flip the zone in your favor. It's been tri-strike after tri-strike. That's all that's been able to take it. These two teams have been playing great defense all set long.
Oh yeah, 100% here. But if something I'm gonna have to be commenting here, it's like GMU typically has not have an opportunity to try and lock out Penn State on their platform here, especially with the Nautilus. Not gonna have too much paint going around here. That bomb's gonna clean them up here, and Verifan on the Sniper Rider is gonna pick off that Explode, noting how important it is to keeping the zone here. But no, Snow is gonna be left out here along with Nikki to be able to retake the zone, and it's gonna be a 2v2 in mid.
The Kraken from Nikki causing huge problems for George Mason. Taking out the backliner really makes it harder. The frontline players no longer have that support, that cover fire that the Sniper Rider provides, and PSU is able to then retake the zone as they have done.
Yep, right now it's going to be 40 seconds left on the clock here. There's not much time to get to that zone right here, but...
Less than 10 now, and the 3 are down. It's just the slosher for George Mason. those ticks will go all the way down to 0, and Penn State takes game 3 as well.
Yeah, that was quite the show from both teams there, but PSU Blue being able to just consistently recap the zone as well as have stronger retakes in general just allowed them to play at the pace that they wanted to do and pop the specials exactly when they needed to and get much more value out of them than GMU Patriots. You saw a lot of the times, right, when GMU had to do retakes, right, there were multiple specials that needed to be popped just to be able to get certain controls and areas of the map right there. But Golret, look at some of these replays here and let's see what we can stake out here from this match.
Yeah, I noticed PSU had several stretches where they really had full control of mid and were able to lock out George Mason into their spawn area, really put pressure on them there. And George Mason was never really able to do the same. They were always fighting in mid when they had the zone. Never really were able to push up beyond it onto the PSU platform area.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I think the one time they did, it was a Nautilus that was trying to move up there, but unfortunately, Nautilus is one of those paint-reliant weapons, right? So when it's trying to paint for itself, it can often get cut out by bombs, which is exactly what Snow did there. You know, being able to toss that out, get that kill, slowly move up with their teammates here, as well as just pop the specials necessary to capture zone. Right? We had the tri-strikes, we had the rain, we had the Kraken. But Kraken was putting in quite a lot of work there that set, Golret.
Yeah, right after that Nautilus death that you mentioned to the bomb as he was trying to push up, the Kraken from Nikki went and took out the Patriots backliner. And as I mentioned, when it happened, George Mason no longer had their cover fire, and they were kind of pushed back out of mid, and PSU was able to retake.
Oh yeah, 100% there. It just kind of felt like all George Mason was able to do at that point was toss specials at the zone, like strikes to be able to cap it and just stay in the game longer, but PSU Blue was prepared for that situation. And you saw multiple times, no matter how many times that zone flipped blue, PSU Blue managed to be able to find that way to repaint that zone really easily and just take it all the way back here.
They sure did, but they might feel like that game was longer than it should have been. Their first push is what took them down to 8 ticks remaining, and then it took them another 3 or 4 minutes to get past the penalty and knock down those final 8.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. But hey, we're going to be moving on to game number 4 here. It is match point for PSU Blue here as we move on to tower control Undertow Spillway. Oh boy, quite the map mode combination to be seeing here on the stage here in Division 1 here.
Yes, and it's a very divided map that that raised area in the middle really divides it into 2 distinct segments. So it'll be interesting to see how these teams split up their players, if they want to push through just one segment and let their opponent have the other, or if they want to go 2 and 2.
Wow, already PSU Blue is already up in mid here. You know, GMU I think seems to be wanting to play the slower game here, but PSU just hit the W key. They are moving up all the way up here and already past that first checkpoint. Hardly 30 seconds on the clock here, Golret.
They certainly did, and one thing I noticed for GMU is the Tri-Slosher Nouveau coming out. That's a very helpful thing I've found for tower control, being able to slosh over the tower, slosh around the tower, and on this map in particular, being able to slosh over that ledge in mid is very helpful. And not to mention the cooler special that will surely be useful for GMU.
100% here, but hey, no cooler is going to be able to defend you from the Zuka shots here. I believe that's Snow on the Zuka once again, but Yufa is slowly looking for a way to get in here, but it's unfortunately going to be stuffed out here. The second checkpoint's going to fall here, and this is kind of where the snowball happens here, Golret.
Yeah, George Mason was 3 dead for a moment there, and I'd be shocked if PSU didn't get past second checkpoint here. There it is.
There it is here. The snowball is already started here. They're going to be making their way to the third checkpoint here. Multiple specials have been popped here. Next is going to be able to try and do something here on the ledge here, but as unfortunately doesn't have the paint to be able to do anything else here.
It is 2-2 now.
Yep.
George Mason did take tower after a couple trades, and now it's making its way back to mid. So but a push to 19 by PSU. 19 is a great score. That's going to be very hard for GMU to overcome, especially against the Penn State defense.
That's what I'm saying, right? You know, being able to get all the way to 19 points is no easy feat at all, and PSU just made it look effortless. Tay doing it in already 2 minutes into the match here and just being able to push a lot of pressure here, but Nexalation going to be able to try and move up here, but it's going to be Jay on the Zuka, going to be able to push up here. It's Snow that was actually subbed out here. Okay, you know what? I was wrong on who was on shot here. They've been able to trade it back here, and that's honestly the strength of PSU's comp. They're able to have multiple members flex different weapons as necessary and play it out to their maximum strengths.
Yeah, and once again, there was a stretch there where George Mason had 3 of their members dead, and PSU, because of that, you can see now they've been able to retake most of the map, and they're pushing the tower forward again.
Oh yeah, 100% here. It looks like a repeat of what we saw earlier, you know? Just this entire map is covered in yellow paint right here. All PSU's use playground here to move up here. And the Jet is already going to be putting so much pressure here. The only thing that's going to potentially stop his checkpoint here is going to be those missiles being popped on here. And unfortunately, the checkpoint's still not going to fall no matter how many PSU members are going to be stacked up on it.
Yeah, and those explosive area of effect lob attacks, the Inkjet and the Explosher, really helped put pressure on the George Mason defense while they were up in their higher spawn area. You seem safe up there, but you're not when there's an Explosher and an Inkjet shooting explosives at you.
Oh yeah, 100%. You know, well, those explosives, chip damage is gonna add up here. But hey, UFO gonna try and do something here, but unfortunately getting caught up by 3 to 4 members all the way up in mid right now. As right now, it just seems like every time they get to this 3rd checkpoint here, all the specials come out from GMU side as well as PSU here.
Dead, though.
Wait, that's
the
a
wipeout steals it, I'm sure. And once you get past checkpoint 3 on Undertow Spill, it's very, very hard to stop the tower, even if you're 4 up. Penn State sweeps George Mason.
Wow, you blink and you miss it there, Gareth. I think I saw, I just saw, what did I just see right there? I think I saw 2 specials get popped from GMU, then I saw PSU do all their special, and then 3 members from GMU just suddenly poofed out of existence there. Oh my goodness.
Yep, and then PSU they noticed that and they were able to put pressure on the last remaining member, got the wipeout, and with only 15 spaces left on the tower, getting a wipeout there essentially sealed the win.
Yeah, definitely. The wipeout out there was critical to be able to get through here. But hey, PSU Blue has been able to get consistently 3 people down and just completely have a stranglehold on the map control, right? Having all that paint to move around in as well as to back up into as necessary is definitely quite the feat to be able to accomplish it. And so quickly as well, you know? We're going to be seeing so many of these pushes here, how we get to this checkpoint here. We see how many people are going to be able to get through that. And oh wait, that was strikes combined with Jet combined with Explo shots there. That was so much
again,
corralling.
The area of effect weapons up there really forced GMU into awkward positions, and then PSU was able to punish. And like you said earlier, PSU's been able to get 3 members of their 3 opponents dead at once and then get a good push out of that. George Mason has really not been able to do the same.
Yeah, 100%. I gotta give it up to PSU Blue being able to just quickly automatize their push, I guess, for lack of a better term here. You know, they see an opportunity, they click the go button, and then they are just there and ready to just threaten space as necessary right there. You saw at the start of the game there, the first checkpoint was down in just 30 seconds there. You gotta just give it up for the momentum there from PSU Blue side.
Yes, and I think it's worth noting the very beginning of this set, the first push to the set was by George Mason. They pushed it all the way to, what was it, 30? And I don't think they've held a lead since then.
Yeah, 100%.
They were able to rebound really quick from that, and now they're playing their best Splatoon.
100%. You know, we all love playing the Splatoon game, but hey, I think it is quite interesting actually. Did GMU manage to get a single point on the tower there last game? Because that was quite a dominant showing from PSU Blue here.
I think they did have a small push. I'm not certain about that
though. We'll have to rewind that later.
They scored a few in zones. But yeah, the Penn State defense has really just been very strong. Hasn't allowed very many points. all set on.
Exactly here. And what better way to have defense showcase than on Rainmaker on Crab Leg Capital here? This is quite the map here where a lot of the push is come to quite vital moments, right? And we're going to be able to see how that it's able to turn out here. We have Verifan on this vanilla charger here, looking to get these picks here as necessary, but it's going to just be PSU Blue members. Wait.
Oh, George Mason 3 dead again. PSU pushing up to top checkpoint. And as you mentioned, the defense on this map, as an attacking, I play Tri-Slosher, a very much attacking weapon, and I can't stand this map. It is very hard to flank when there's so many good defensive high ground positions here.
Oh yeah, 100% here. But Vapor is switching off the Expo they've been playing all set now and going to be blowing onto the heavy, but it's going to be Nova sharking here, realizing it's not going to work out quite a bit and get out of there just in time here. That's such good recognition of there. But hey, just as Nex was trying to get that kill right there, they immediately pop back here, and Nova's going to be able to run the Rainmaker all the way to the left-hand side, just keeping it on the opponent's side here, putting a lot more pressure and telling them to do something about it.
Yeah, smart play by Nova, realizing they were surrounded by blue ink and deciding to get out of there. But George Mason is now up in terms of players. It looks like they're planning to allow the Rainmaker to reset and then push PSU 3 dead for a moment there.
Oh yeah, 100% there.
George Mason's able to do here. They still have numbers advantage.
Oh yeah, 100%. GMU finally has got some stable footing now. They're going to be able to pop some specials, look for ways to threaten the members of PSU Blue defending this checkpoint right here and slowly inch their way up here. But the picks are just not happening anymore. They happen quite a bit and quite frequently here, but it's just going to be GMU going to be slowly backing up here in response to Penn State's offense here.
Yes, indeed. And now a lot of the fights are going the way of Penn State, including that one that we just saw, Nova getting the kill. And the Rainmaker just killed right as it's grabbed. But George Mason's now up again, but Penn State has much more map control than they do.
Yeah,
so it'll likely be another fight in mid here to determine who can get the next push with the Rainmaker.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting dynamic that's going on, because multiple members of PSU Blue can go down here, but it just doesn't seem like GMU is going to be able to get the pushes that they want here, They have the picks, they have the space, but hey... Ooh, wait.
Splashdown. Oh, great move with the triple splashdown. And Nola follows it up by getting the pick. The triple splashdown stalled, and the good movement onto the gray at an awkward angle for the opponent picks up the kill and stops that particular push. But George Mason still has solid map control. They'll be looking to push again very shortly.
Yeah, wait. That push is not going to be happening anytime soon with 2 players going down here. Commentator's curse at its finest here. But yeah, that maneuver with the dualies there earlier managed to just set up exactly enough time here for PSU Blue to have their members move up here slowly but surely and move that Rainmaker all the way into a position that they definitely don't want GMU to be taking.
Yeah, now it looks like they're playing more defensively, staying further back in their ink with the last minute and a half or so of this match remaining.
Oh yeah,
get a couple kills there. They need a push. Obviously, they are behind. They need to push past the checkpoint.
Oh yeah, 100% here. This is still very winnable here for GMU here. However, being able to have clear check and having that recognition as a team here to realize, hey, as long as they don't take check, we still are going to be able to win this here, and we can play that to our advantage here. You saw Noah use that splashdown there earlier. Perhaps PSU has quite a number of responses they can be able to do when a checkpoint is going to be threatened there. But hey, the Rainmaker is going to reset here in mid here, Golreth, as both these teams are going to be able to try and push through mid here.
Yeah, both teams fighting in mid there for a while. Next, looking for a flank. Didn't get a kill out of it, didn't die either, so still neutral in the middle of the map. The triple splashdown trying to change things. The triple ing strike, however, from George Mason will free up some space and some turf for them. They're running it towards this checkpoint with the ink vac in support. Dunks it on the checkpoint, but they go 3 down, and with 30 seconds left, Penn State gets a wipeout that will likely seal this game 5 for them.
Yeah, 100% here. You know, all the effort was put into that checkpoint here, but there was nothing left to be able to sustain the momentum there from getting that checkpoint. And this is just going to be PSU Blue's time to shine here. Just playing the defense game they are oh so notorious for doing here, as well as try to move up here as needed here. But wait, Nikki, wait, are they going to be able to get that? No, they're only going to be able to get two.
PSU still have
Wait,
more up. Oh, and the Rainmaker is taken out from behind. PSU
wow.
takes yet another game.
Wow, that was quite the Inkbat shot. Nikki's not only the master of the Kraken, but also master of the VAC. And that was just shown off there to Gregson, and being able to help their teammates and stop them from dying at crucial moments and just neutralize situations in which GMU wanted to push up there.
Yeah, and GMU also used the ink vac in their favor, notably at the end, but it took a couple specials before that. It took a triple ink strike to take turf, and then it took an ink vac to push through that newly painted turf. And like you said earlier, they didn't have any momentum left to push after that and take the lead.
Yeah, it's quite interesting because both these teams had an ink vac too as well. So they had an opportunity just to be able to protect a player when they're on the Rainmaker to be able to push up as necessary. But it just seems like, how do I say it? The frequency and the positioning of the VACs are what's different, basically. PSU had very good VACs being able to protect their teammates at just the right times. Meanwhile, it felt like GMU, while there were ink VACs and attempted to be able to hold positions as well as protect teammates, it just seemed like it just quite wasn't enough to be able to sustain a push all by itself.
Yeah, and I also noticed a difference in strategy between the two uses of the ink vac. I think PSU more used the ink vac to let their offensive players run forward, find a couple picks without having to worry about enemy shots hitting them, and the Rainmaker runs behind the vac, running into that new space that the attacking players have painted. Meanwhile, George Mason ran the ink vac around the Rainmaker, giving the Rainmaker room to just swim and not have to worry about enemy shots coming towards it.
Oh yeah, dude, that is a great observation there, Gareth, and I'm glad you bring that up. Honestly, just seeing how the same special, right, but it's being used in two completely different factors and getting varying success because the interactions that are happening with these players. That is what Splatoon is all about here, and we're gonna have quite the more. Yeah, that is Splatoon indeed here. But hey, we're going to be going into game number 6 here with Clamblitz Scorch Gorge here. This is quite an interesting Clamblitz map here. You know, it's kind of a Tetris block of a map here, and it's going to be able to move up here. But let's see. Wait, is that a carbon we're playing?
The Kraken is back for PSU, and that is, in fact, the carbon deco you see. All right, everyone, place your bets now. Will we see more than one power clamp scored in this iteration of Clamblitz? It's time to find out. The teams roll out, head up to mid, ready to take on their first fights.
Oh my goodness, the Clamblitz curse might come back to strike again here, but hey, it just seems like a two from GMU already are going to go down here, as this last member is going to be able to trade out the 96 here, but hey, it's not going to be enough to stop the momentum that is coming out here from PSU Blue here.
No, absolutely not, because while George Mason was getting a couple kills, at the same time, PSU was getting kills, so they were essentially trades. No score yet because they had to gather clams, but now they do have clams and are looking to push forward. And 2 members of GMU, 3 members of GMU go down. The Kraken is in, the power clam is scored, and Nova backs it up. 3 power clams go in. That's already 3 times as many as we saw in game 2.
Yeah, a symphony of power clams just being able to dunk all at the same time here. I guess we got an answer to your question here on how many power clams we scored. It is definitely more than 1 here, but it's going to be Jay scathing away with his life, taking down a Tri-Saucer and getting the jump out here. What a fantastic push there from PSU Blue, having 34 points remaining to score through.
Indeed, and congratulations to all those viewers who bet the over on 1.5 power clams scored. George Mason now looking to push. They're moving up in mid pretty aggressively. They do find 1 pick on the 96 and trade a couple more. So we continue fighting in the mid as both teams look to get the next push.
Oh yeah, 100% here. Just gonna be next on the Slosher here, looking for an opportunity to be able to move up here, but the Explo unfortunately has too much range, along with the rain there, and it's just not gonna overwhelm the Slosher as PSU Blue is gonna build up that clam economy and look for a way to go through once again here.
That's really great use of the map geometry, knowing that with the Explosher, they can slosh over that ledge and take out that enemy player and really stall out what GMU was trying to do there.
Oh, wow. Okay, you know what? It's going to be a flip of the script here, you know? 3 going down, but no! Nikki has a response to Kraken! Oh my goodness here, Golrath!
Yeah, as you said, 3 were dead for PSU. It was looking pretty good for the George Mason Patriots. And then Nikki's Kraken took out 2 or 3 George Mason members, and we are back to even in the middle of the map.
Yeah, that was quite the neutralizing Kraken right there, and I think it also blocks shots for the teammates to be able to follow up from that. You know, that if there's Kraken getting value besides just the typical clan blitz play, Nikki is here to provide here for you folks.
He has been doing that all set. GMU with a 2-up numbers advantage, they're going to look to play some offense here. Vapor Explosher is a good defensive weapon, finds 1 kill, slows down the push for now. And now looking to push more in towards mid, but the triple ink strike from George Mason will continue to force PSU backwards.
Yeah, this is really interesting situation here because GMU wants to be able to push up, but it's just being absolutely stuffed out by this Explo, unable to do anything except pop a Zuka right in that person's face here and get that power climb all the way up here. And Nikki is on the Kraken again here, Golrath.
I mean, what can you even do in that situation? You're all concentrating one spot because you're trying to throw clams into the basket. An opponent pops a Kraken, that push is over.
Yeah,
the only thing you can really do about it is kill the Kraken player before they have special.
Yeah, exactly here, and Nikki's just been able to stay alive here in just so many situations here. You know, the triple link strike's on the right-hand side of the ramp here. You know, it looks like they're going to be mounting for another push here, and they have quite the clam economy here. 23 clams to their name here. Golrath, I think this is going to be quite the push coming up here.
Ooh, Ultra Stamp at its finest. Hit around the stamp with the area of effect Explosher. Able to stop that defensive plan, but one of them missed. A power clam or 2 is scored for PSU, but George Mason gets a wipeout. They will retake mid, but they are down 50 points and have an 11-point penalty to overcome.
Yeah, definitely here. They're going to be trying to move up here with these triple ink strike here. Kira already has the power climb here. Going to be underneath the ledge here. Yufa's going to clock this Zuka here, hoping to just put more pressure down here. They almost have another power climb here. Nikki can't get the Kraken out they need for defense right now. And it's only 10 seconds left here. GMU practically needs to keep this basket open by feeding it.
If that power clamp can jump in. They do! They jumped in the power clamp and they have the lead.
Wow.
PSU gets the wipeout, but it's just half a second too late to stop George Mason from taking the lead. And now we are in overtime. The very short Clam Blitz overtime. George Mason now just needs to play defense to win this game.
Oh, yeah. Here.
And they've taken out 3 members of Penn State. Things are looking good for George Mason. Been a long time since we were able to say that.
Wow. That was such an incredible push by GMU. They said ready, set, go, clicked all the specials when needed here and cycled them in a way that was able to maintain just enough momentum to keep that clam basket open there, Golrath.
Yeah, and they had players who were in awkward spots and were able to maneuver out of them, turn a bad situation into a pick, and then turn it into 21 points with 7 clams.
Yep. Definitely. We're going to be seeing some of the replays right now, and just 3 power clamps already being deposited right in the opponent's face right there. It's really unfortunate that there was a Kraken in jump to have multiple power clamps scored, but unfortunately it missed there, and that gave GMU just the right amount of time to be able to do it through. But hey, we're just going to see some amazing clips from Nikki here using the Kraken to its full potential. But hey, it's going to be GMU's turn to play in the game here, Golrath, as we see this incredible lead swap coming up.
Yes, indeed, and this game really shows like how small the margins in Splatoon are. That the play you mentioned, a power clam that was missed, and PSU would have had another 20 points if it had gone in. That would have been enough to win the game. And then late in the game, when George Mason took the lead, PSU got a wipeout. They took down all 4 members of GMU, but it was a fraction of a second after the last power clam was scored, and GMU had already had the lead by then.
Yeah, definitely. It's really unfortunate for PSU Blue there, but hey, if you are GMU, the old saying "we take those" is going to be applied here, and they're going to be able to get a victory to their name. Yes, it doesn't count towards the all stats in the league here, but hey, taking a game off a team as talented as PSU Blue, that's got to be a good feeling to leave the night on.
Absolutely, and going forward through the next season, it'll help with the mental game, help with the confidence, which is huge in esports, especially.
100%. Confidence is something that you need to be able to have to be able to put yourself out there as well as perform to the best of your ability here. But hey, we have still one more game for all of
One
you folks
more
here.
game. I don't want
Yep.
this set to end. It's been so fun.
100%. Couldn't say it better myself here. But hey, one last game here. Splat Zones Hagglefish, a Splatoon 3 classic
Are
map
you
mode.
surprised if I don't see a Snipe Rider?
You
Okay.
are seeing the Snipe Rider here, and it's going to be, what was it? Kira on the Snipe Rider. They were previously playing Wiper, I believe, before, so that's going to be quite interesting to see the shift up from the frontline Wiper to the backline and more supportive Snipe Rider.
I do love to see the role shift. For being versatile in this game is not super easy. Sometimes it's easier to specialize in a role, but being able to flex between frontline and backline is impressive, and to do it at this level, even more so.
Hold up there. I think we saw a gold arrow spray there, Golrith, on J Money here, getting another Booyah Bomb.
There's Booyah Bomb. That's at least number 2. And this timer for PSU is already getting pretty low. It's down to almost 60 already. But a couple kills for George Mason will help them retake, and this tri-strike definitely will.
100% here. That is another Booyah Bomb going to be popped here, and along with the Kraken here, being able to push up to the zone here, move a lot of GMU members back to go down here. But hey, the zone's just going to be able to stay in their favor here, as Verafan's going to be able to try and move up here, and the strikes of the blue come out by themselves here, and the zone is already neutralized here, Golreth.
It almost feels like almost every time we say, wow, that was a great play by GMU to score some points, retake the zone, whatever it is, out comes Nicky's Kraken, and everything's back in PSU's favor.
Yeah, 100%. That Kraken has definitely been putting in the work here on this set here, and right now it's quite the, skirmish here in mid here. That zone just keeps getting flipped left and right, yellow and blue, yellow and blue.
Just tri-strike all went off at the same time. That's not easy to execute, but it sure helped retake the zone here.
100% here, yeah. These teams have shown quite the talent. They're being able to do the triple link strikes all at the same time right there. And, J Money's got another Booyah Bomb. We might need to see the scoreboard on this one after this game here.
Yeah, the J Money Booyah Bomb count is gonna be fun to see for sure. George Mason, they're now pushing up. They've got a good chance to really lock out Penn State for a while here. They are going to score on this push.
Oh yeah, 100% here. The points are going to be ticking down here. Nicky's going to try to do something with Kraken here, but the timer is going to be running out soon, and they are going to be able to retreat just in time here, but it seems like the members of GMU are going to be able to punish.
You got punished for that.
Yep. Okay, GMU has caught on to the Kraken here. They are much able to tame that thing right after it's able to end here. But hey, it's going to be PSU Blue taking control of the zone here once again here, using these strikes effectively to push people out of the out of the zone area, and it's just not a good situation to be in if you're GMU. The only thing you can really do is just throw these tri-strikes and just try and hold zone as much as you can here.
And there's only 25 ticks left. It's nearing desperation time for the George Mason Patriots. They're two dead now, and only 15 ticks left. Can PSU hold it through this ink storm? And 2 players dead. 4 ticks. 3, 2, 1, and the splash down to clinch it. PSU takes game 7 as well.
Unbelievable. Wow. Okay. Going all the way to game 7 and then just seeing the Splat Zones interaction are still very interesting. Both these teams are very talented in their own right here, and they're able to show some interesting interaction that we haven't seen before on any other map mode as well there, Golreth.
Yeah, absolutely. Every map mode, you're going to see something new from some other team, some other player, whether it be the mix-up from the front line to the back line, whether it be the switch to the Aerospray RG for the Booyah Bombs. All sorts of fun stuff that you get to see and you get to watch executed really, really well at this level of Splatoon.
Oh yeah, 100% here. Both these teams are executing their plays quite well, and it's just unfortunately PSU just has a lot more paint control and having ways to just be able to move through and just hold the zone to their favor. And that's the main deciding factor here. And you've seen it time and time again each game on these sets here that PSU Blue has not only a great defense but a fantastic offense as their members quickly just flood in and take advantage of space that is not taken already.
10.
Wait, that
10
is
Booyah
10
Bombs.
Booyah Bombs. Wait, okay,
Oh, I
this
like
just...
I like the exactly 2000p followed by the 0200 on the death. No deaths from J Money in that game
deaths.
7.
No deaths, all Booyah Bombs. That is the
That's the Aerospray way.
that is the way of the Aerospray. Indeed.
And 2000 paint is a lot, and it's also a nice round number, and you don't see either of those things very often.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe this is a indicator for more things to come that are going to be fortunate for PSU Blue here. But hey, it was a fantastic set. Commentating through this with you, Golreth, and it seems like we're going to be wrapping things up soon. So before we go, where can the fine people of Twitch.tv find you?
Well, you could follow my Twitch at twitch.tv/GoWithTheBlaming, although I haven't streamed there in years. You could subscribe to me on YouTube at the same username, although I haven't posted there in years either. But I would still appreciate it. It was a pleasure for me to cast this with you, Neptune. I had a good time. It was very entertaining Splatoon, and I'm glad to be a part of the CCA.
Oh yeah, fantastic having you on the mic here. But hey, before I go, I'll just quickly talk a little bit about where you can find me. You can find me at Neptune with the _ both on Twitch as well as Twitter here, as well as the production caverns here of the CCA. I'm doing some underground work here to make sure you guys can have some fantastic matches here. But hey, you know what? I think that's gonna wrap it up here for tonight, Gareth. Any closing statements or thoughts before we go?
I'm just looking forward to the future of the season. Seen one match, really enjoyed it. Looks like it'll be a fun time all throughout this semester.
100% here. We're gonna have these replays play and have a fantastic night, folks. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Good night, everyone.